Oh, Jersey. Can we just not Jersey today? There's but so much stupid my brain can handle. This is coming to us from Power 105.1. Teacher accused of making students pick cotton while making whipping sounds. Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. This is posted by Bill Galuccio. You know what? We're not even worrying about it. A New Jersey teacher is under investigation after he allegedly kicked students during a lesson on slavery. Officials with Toms River Regional School District confirmed that they received a complaint about an 8th grade social studies teacher attempt to demonstrate the horrors of a working slave or of working as a slave. According to the Asbury Park Press, oh my God, APP, of course, the APP ran with this. The teacher, identified as Lawrence Cuneo, made the students get down on the floor and pretend to pick cotton. While the students were on the ground, Cuneo walked by, making whipping noises and kicking their feet. That okay? What's the problem? Did he actually pull out a 25-foot whip and start beating on these children? Oh, no. He was just trying to illustrate, have them learn by their hand. This is actually, I actually like this. I think this is really smart because one of the things that I talk about a lot is the difference in, the male and the female brain, right? And how the male brain is far more adventurous, far more hands-on and the like. And I think that I think because it would be more geared towards, a boy's learning experience as opposed to a female one. Yeah, this is why it's causing a bit of a stir because they're like, oh my goodness, how dare. It's like, no, like he's kicking your feet. Come on, man. He's trying to show you the horrors of slavery, even though this is nowhere near as close. It's good to be informed about slavery, but making us clean and pick cotton and pretending to whip us? Are you nuts? It's 2020, not 1800. Get it right, one of the students posted on Instagram. Okay, you're a student, shut up, first and foremost. Secondly, you really did just, negate your entire point because you're right. It is 2020, not 1800. Imagine if you were back in 1800, that in the 1800s, that's what he was supposed to be doing. Like, we have this really weird thing in this nation now where we're allowing the idiots to drive the car. And it's like, no, you're a student for a reason. If you didn't like it, you ain't like it. It is what it is. Who gives a shit, though? You're a student. Shut up and learn. Plain and simple. What the hell are you saying here complaining about? This is actually like a really strong lesson. I like it for the most part. Cuneo told a reporter for Patch Media in Toms River that he did not intend to harm the sensitivities of any student, but defended his lesson. See, over the past 50 years, they've been doing everything they can to get men out of teaching. And it's primarily because they want everything, more gynocentric and more geared towards the feminine. That's a big part of the reason, not the entire reason, but a big part of the reason why we have so many effeminate young boys running around, because because that lack of male leadership and that lack of male guidance. Because like I was telling a friend the other day, like if I ran a school, it would be 70% us going out into the world, like either in the wilderness. Like by the time you're out of my school, you're going to know how to read a map. You'll know how to fix a car. You'll know how to do all these real world tangible things. And the other 30% will be reading, math, and arithmetic and the like. But for the most part, it should be geared around getting these people to become self-sufficient. But that's not what it's been geared around over the past 50 years. It's been geared around, basically making generations of morons. The intent of this lesson was to show how degrading and despicable the institution of slavery was in our history, Cuneo said in an email. Slavery existed within our country, and the lessons learned, even if uncomfortable, need to be told. Respect. But this is also why there aren't that many male teachers. Because that's not what no. If you can't even begin to imagine the context of slavery and the conditions that folks had to go through, then you're not gonna have any type of respect for it. Toms River School District spokesman Michael Kinney said that he does not believe Cuneo had any ill intentions, but said that he should have used better. No, shut up, Mike. Shut up. He's right. Queno's right. He did absolutely nothing wrong in this scenario. He was trying to teach a lesson. He's kicking our feet. Oh, would you rather him break out the whip, give you 50 lashes? What the hell, man? Oh, we'd rather do nothing at all. Just sit down and basically have it go in one ear and out the other. Because that's what a lot of school is. Just, it's so tedious and boring. And they teach you damn near absolutely nothing about getting along in life and in the world. That's why there are remedial classes in college. Our district is undergoing a thorough investigation into this matter, Kenny told NBC News in a statement. As we comb through and further investigate the details of the alleged incident, we are keeping in mind that our curriculum has evolved to include more hands-on, authentic activities, and that's a pretty damn good evolution. It really is. Like, I'll be watching a lot of females, particularly teachers that I've interacted with, and how they deal with boys when they become rambunctious, when they start horseplaying. And instead of, playing into the horseplay, cut it out. That's bad behavior. It's not bad behavior. He's a young man that has a ton of pent-up testosterone and energy, and he just want to let it out. Like, that's the thing. You'd love my school. Parents would love my school. Why? Because by the time they come home, they are beat. They are ready to go to sleep for the next 12 hours. Yo, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Mr. J ran them all over the place. They are tired. But that's not what, that's not how these schools are geared, particularly, not exclusively, but particularly in urban communities where now you have the charter school kerfuffle, where they're taking public funds and paying private institutions for something that that publicly should have been taken care of a long time ago. But because of, the NJEA and other institutions and the like, or of that grain, they, it is expensive and it is corrupt. I mean, it's really bad within these schools, man. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know why anybody would send their kids to these basically, prison of pipeline institutions. Cuneo has been a teacher in the school district for 18 years. He is also in his third term as mayor of Pine Brook, which is about 80 miles north of Toms River. I have a friend from Toms River. How you doing, Sang, man? Miss you, dude. We should get up. Either ways, this man did absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, he was trying to teach a lesson. Hopefully the kids got it. Hopefully the kids understood it. But they'd be like, oh yeah, we're investigating. There is no investigation to be had here. Investigate the female teachers banging the young boys. Investigate that. Investigate the corruption and the lack of funding. No. They don't want no parts in all that. What they want to do is just continue to effeminize the educational process. And thusly, when you have all these, that's a real reason. We got a lot of simps running around here, a lot of simps and, boy and soy boys for the most part, because there's, because like they've been told their entire lives that their natural biological instincts and behavior are wrong and bad. And so they've internalized that, and now, they're just, we have an overabundance of mentally weak guys, physically as well, because, man, some of y'all bird chest dudes, woo, but mentally insanely weak. And trust me, I've read my comments. There's quite a few running around in there too. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? This actually sounds like he was trying to, make it, really trying to illustrate, really try to put them as closely as he can in 2020, because you're not 1800, in that scenario, just like showing them how, like, if you think this is uncomfortable, imagine what the slaves actually had to go through. Well, what do? They whine and complain, and you got these a-holes listening to these students like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna complain. Shut up and learn your lesson, damn it. That's it. Like, stop letting these kids guide shit, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're kids. I believe the children of the future. You can be the future all you want. I'm the right now. And right now, sit your ass down and learn something. Golly, it's infuriating to an extent. It's like, dude, you're like I'm not going to never tell your kid what to do because I know eventually, because childhood is such a small part of life. It really is. And during that small part, there should be parents and there should be there needs to be parents because everything starts in the home. But then at school, there should always be this guiding force trying to make the best citizens possible. People who can take care of themselves, people who are go-getters and self-starters and the like. But this, what we've been doing with the helicopter parenting and trying to protect the children, and instead of protecting them, you're holding them back, and it's unfair. It's unfair because at the end of the day, you do a gigantic disservice to that child. But you may feel differently. That's what comments are for. Until the next one.